I'm Larry Huser, and as Pastor mentioned from Matthew 25, our topic today is Christ's words, I was in prison and you came to me. Since we're talking about prisons, I thought I would share my experience in prison with you. I was sentenced 5 to 10 years for embezzling money from the church. In case you wonder about the budget shortfalls every year. Just kidding. The real story. In 1995, we came to Jacksonville as a job change. We started doing our church shopping, and we ended up joining Shepherd of the Woods. And the main attraction was its extensive outreach, and even more so was the enthusiasm that Pastor Johnson and the congregation pursued that outreach. In 2002, I was given a career opportunity I couldn't refuse, and required us to move to Tucson, Arizona. We did our church shopping again, but we couldn't find a church that had extensive outreach, so we joined one and looked outside the church for opportunities. I came across an article in the paper that was talking about the local prison ministry and the need for board members. Thought about it, went over and talked to the chairman of the board, who was also a pastor, and 15 minutes later I'm on the Pima County Prison Ministry. A couple weeks later, I'm in the bowels of the prison, attending a church service with 25 prisoners who were some tough hombres, and they were singing songs a cappella, and not one of them could carry a tune, but it was still beautiful music. About 2 months later, I was invited by the prison chaplain and the pastor to attend baptism. There were 10 prisoners who wanted to be baptized, so I said I would do it. And when I got there, I found out it was full immersion type baptism. So we're using the bathtub in the infirmary. And basically it was the chaplain, myself, and the pastor laying hands on the prisoner, full immersing in the bathtub. And to answer your question, yes, we had to change the water quite often. And and it was an interesting experience. Being a lifelong Lutheran, it was a little strange for me, so it was slightly in my discomfort zone. And then about halfway through, this young prisoner came up to me, and he looked more like somebody should be at an accounting seminar than in prison. And he asked if I would say the prayer over him instead of the chaplain or the pastor. Well, there are people who pray well in public, and then there's the rest of us. So I was a little uncomfortable, but I agreed to do it. And I can tell you it was not a fantastic prayer. But the whole day was a fantastic experience and something I'll never forget. Right up there with our trips to Peru. And here I was dealing with a traditional kind of prisoner, but there are many other kinds of prisoners. People are imprisoned in their homes because of illnesses, can't get out and get food. And here at Shepherd of the Woods, we have Meals on Wheels. Others are in prison because of disabilities, they're in a wheelchair, have a difficult time getting in and out of their homes. And here we do ramps through Heart Association in Jacksonville. Others are in prison due to drug addiction, alcohol addiction, and we let AA and the drug equivalent use our facilities at no charge because they're nonprofits. And literally hundreds of people have come through these facilities to get help. My point here is, I guess, to kind of encourage you all to get involved with some of the Boku opportunities that exist at Shepherd of the Woods. Boku is a Hebrew word, meaning a lot. But I would encourage you to get involved and kind of use the term from Nike, just do it. But we also understand that there are a lot of time constraints with jobs, with family, etc. And in that case, we would ask you, if you're not able to participate, to consider your financial support of these ministries and the many other ministries within Shepherd